Hello. Hey, I thought I'd do a quick video. I was sitting and thinking, and I thought, you know what? These guys are amazing. And I thought I'd talk a little bit about the lock because there's a lot of stuff that you really don't realize about it. When you have one of these, that can be a factor in making it work almost to perfection or, a lot of struggles. One of the things is when you tighten this here down, it has a screw down there to tighten it together. I found that the best thing that works is a piece of leather. Thickness of the leather that you're using makes a difference as to how it holds the flint. So when you put that in there and you get you the right size piece of flint, because flint comes in all different sizes, it can be really big or it can be fairly small. It comes in different sizes, and you get the right flint adjustment and everything, and you go and cock this baby back, and you got your Frizzen here, and the idea is for this to come up and hit this, slide down it, and scrape sparks into the pan. So when you close this up and you got it all the way cocked and all that good stuff, sometimes they'll hit if the flint's not just right and just pop the pan open at the top. They never really do the scraping, so you're not getting a lot of spark. This one here, it doesn't even like to open the pan all the way. Now I can make some adjustments on it and make it where it kicks the pan open all the way, or I could use a different piece of flint. Now if you dry fire these, you want to just sit around and kind of work your lock to maybe loosen it up or get it working better through using it. You can take a piece of wood and put in there, and that'll strike that, and of course it saves scraping on your Frizzen a lot and everything. Oh, Everett's descending light, get back up there. All right. Took about 2 minutes for it to drop down. So you close this up, and this one hasn't been opening all the way, but it's very, very consistent in going off because it's always getting most all the sparks into the pan, and you can see them burning down in there and stuff. So let's see. You see that? There's a lot of them. And I took and shot it, and I realized that it wasn't opening all the way. But if you was riding a horse, chances are it's going to go off a lot better for you because it's not open to the wind as much. So, and one of the videos I did, I shot it a bunch of times out there, and it wasn't opening up all the way, but it was consistently going off every time. So I can't complain about it. But you always got to remember, thickness of your leather, the size of your flint, how it's adjusted. You want to make sure it's hitting straight across that and it's catching it and sliding down. If it's not, it can smash the front of your flint clean off, and then you'll have a dull flint, and then you're really going to have a bigger struggle with trying to get it to work for you. But it's an amazing piece, especially that butt. I redid that baby. It was just a screw, and now it's that way. And I took this here, it screws off, but I took a little bit of fingernail polish and put on there, so it'll be a little more difficult to get off, and that way I don't have to worry about it falling off or coming unscrewed while I'm out shooting it. It should stay right on there because that fingernail polish really makes her stick, and it looks really, really cool. Let's see, well, let me see Georgie Rex's thing on there. Yeah, see the King's seal and towers, and goes right along with them brown vests.
All right. Put your hands up, matey, and give me all your pizza.
I had to think a minute. I said, what are you hungry for? Pizza sounds good, doesn't it? All right.
I'll take care of that light bulb right now.
Anyway, so I thought I'd do that. And it's interesting how this lock works. But yeah, leather, pay attention to the size of your leather. It's too thick or whatever. You can change how everything is working by changing your leather thickness. You can get bigger and smaller pieces of leather. Your flint, you can change that around, move it, and get different sizes. There's great big ones. I meant to grab a few and show you the different sizes of flint, but I didn't do it. From really big to really small. And then of course your Frizzens. They're some of them are, I think the German models are flat on the top, and They got different designs and everything, and that barrel's got some designs on it too. I don't know if you can see it or not. Ever descending light needs to descend, right? But anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. But I've shot this a few times, and there's some videos on it. But if you do have a problem with that, I don't want to open all the way. Sometimes you can there's a little screw here, and you can adjust it. But you want to be careful of the pressure on that spring. You don't want it to fly open or fly off of there or nothing. And then this screw here that holds the Frizzen on, you can loosen it up a little bit. Sometimes the Frizzen's a little bit tight. If I wanted this to fly all the way open and make sure it did it every time, I would probably have to make a little bit of adjustment, maybe where the Frizzen screw gets a hold of it at the bottom here, or maybe where the bottom of the Frizzen touches onto the top of the spring where it flips back and forth, might round it a little bit more. But it doesn't seem to be an issue in stopping it from going off, so I'm not going to be too concerned about it. But this dude is, I guess, the old 20 gauge barrel, right? Anyway, I thought I'd do that real quick. Just some of my thoughts on the lock.
There's that light again.
If it helps anybody out, you get to thinking about it and say you got this issue or that issue with them, because maybe you've got one of these, and just little things you don't think of. Thickness of the leather, and you can see the leather in that baby is pretty thin. And then you cut a little gap in the back of the leather so that it's got where the screw will go through it and goes back. But that's the best thing to hold it with. We had one that we got. It was a Pedersoli actually, and it was held in lead. It didn't work too good because every time you pull the trigger it hit and it just blow the flint all to pieces. So we put leather on it. It seemed to help with the problem. But they are kind of like an old muscle car or something. You know, the carburetor has to be rebuilt every so often. There's little tune-ups to do and stuff. And as you know, you get to know these girls, then you can really get them working good for you. So, but it's a fun one. I've enjoyed it, that's for sure. And I get these little Frizzen covers for safety you put on them. You always want one of those just in case. But it's likable, that's for sure. But I thought I'd do that real quick. There's a couple little tips and stuff on setting the stone and everything, and the Frizzen, and little things you learn. Leather thickness became a big issue. We had too thick a leather on some of them, and they wouldn't hit right. So they were like I said, plowing into the Frizzen. They threw it open all the way, but they weren't sliding down. They've got to hit and slide down, scraping the steel fragments into the pan. That way they can ignite the charge, and you can get your performance out of them. They're just fun to shoot blank, because it's just like a fireworks then. So yeah, pretty cool. It's ever descending light again. All right, well, 8 minutes in here, and I'm going to sign off. Hopefully this helps you if you got one of these guys, the old British Flintlock pistol. You can see the touch hole on that's pretty good. I don't know if you can see it or not. But you got to drill them babies. So that's a cool piece. All right, well, hope everybody's having a great day. I'm definitely having a good day. Anytime I can get a chance to come down and play around with the Flintlocks. Of course, the only thing about this, you know, it's got the cheapy, what I call it, cheapy makeshift ramrod. So you can make one out of oak, make it better, or you can just, you know, carry a spare. I got a 54 caliber muzzle loader. It's got the ball on it and everything, and I'll use that on it. If I was going to put in some lead balls or something that were tight, patching them and all that fun stuff. So, but anyway, I thought I'd throw that out there, see if anybody can be helped buy it. It might help you out when you're trying to set your flint for your lock, because locks are particular. It's just little simple things that you wouldn't think would make a difference do. So let me sign off here and say, everybody have a great day. I hope you're enjoying everything. I've had a good time, and we'll talk at you later.